All right, I got a good one for you guys. What is your guys' favorite color?
Loaded question.
I know.
So many different ways to go about this. Why would you say that?
I'm really into the color, and I think it's got like a vibrant energy to it.
Bubblegum pink. I feel like that's a bit specific, maybe
What?
insinuating something.
No, I've always enjoyed bubblegum my whole life.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
it's
too.
definitely-
I agree, yeah.
Insinuating is like for bubblegum.
Yeah, and I'm a huge bubblegum guy, too, so I completely get that.
Good.
I think for me, I would just stick with blue. I think blue is, it's that color that just everyone loves. Everyone loves blue. It's chill, and I think it really reflects on our society as a whole. To be honest, about like what we do, who we are we colonizing Moon or Mars in 10 years? Like, it just answers so many questions. That's why I love blue personally, and I think it could be potentially a sign leading us to globalization in the next 10 years.
What do you think blue did to cause globalization?
Well, if you look at the facts here, the Earth is blue, and the globalization is the whole world. So I really just think that's a telltale sign. Like, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I don't really have to explain it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Tyler, what's yours?
I like indigo, it's a little mix between green and blue, and it's got that mysterious take of it. Like, you don't really know what you're really getting into when you see indigo, and it's kind of just a wild ride.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, it's not purple, but it's
Green and
close.
blue.
Yeah, I would say mine's purple.
Purple.
It's very close to yours and maybe yours.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about that purple color, lavender too. So
There you go.
All right. I got one for you guys. Is water wet?
Ooh.
Tyler, what do you
Yes,
think?
water is
You
all
think so?
100% wet.
Really? Because I disagree with you on that. I don't think water is wet. I think water makes things wet. The water itself is, it's not dry, but it's not wet.
Yeah, but think about it. You're underwater in a pool. Are you dry?
No, you're getting wet from the water, but the water's not wet.
But are you dry?
No.
And exactly.
You're not, but you're wet. The water's not wet. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But you're surrounded by.
Water, just making you wet. But
Where does the word wet come from?
well, yeah, that's a
Being
whole. That's a whole
saturated in
different.
water.
I think
Yes, because the water's not wet. So
Yeah.
I think that would make water wet to me.
well, that really spirals into a whole
I think
different thing.
water's not wet, bro.
Well, what do words even mean, really, when you really think about
Yeah.
it? Like,
I feel like this question is less about water and more about the definition of wet, like for sure. Like
yeah. Well, really, what I'm trying to get at here is like, who invented the word wet? Like, who's saying water is wet? What if dry was wet? Do you see what I'm getting at here?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, like
So that's just
what I'm
words.
saying.
absolutely.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
Absolutely not.
It's a rough take.
Okay. Well, I thought the point I was making was pretty apparent.
No, please
But-
try to explain.
Yeah, I mean, like, who just said like, this water feels hella wet? Like,
It's just a way to describe it.
yeah, but who made that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
why
Like,
would
I think it was
they do
John.
maybe water's not even wet. Maybe water's yellow. Maybe
that?
water's
You know what's even
flying.
crazier? How did like Ben Franklin just like think of electricity without it being a thing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think he just took a big ass pole and put it in there and just was like, let me catch that.
Shit. Shit's electricity.
Yeah.
How do you
Shit's
like see a
electric.
lightning
Yeah, that's
bolt and
electric.
was just like, wait, let me use that real quick.
I think it was like, oh damn, that's electric.
Yeah, I think that's probably what he said, and then he was like, let's do something with this. And then Tommy Ed was like, let's make a light bulb.
Yeah.
That's the real. How do you put lightning in a light bulb?
Shout out light bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out Edison, bro. What,
Yeah, for
what
real.
like we wouldn't even be here without Thomas Edison.
We do not show enough love for him on
Yeah.
the pod, bro.
Well, he's basically a butterfly effect into the creation of Facebook. When you think about it,
Yeah,
possibly the metaverse.
yeah, definitely the metaverse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on, that's pretty obvious, yeah. All right, then we leave that one then.
That was pretty good. I like it.
That wasn't even planned at all.